They just kicked me out of the fucking service for no reason too. Like,
Yeah, it kicks all of us out. It's just...
Got me.
I hope someone recorded all that so we can just at least send it to Codemaster and tell them to go get fucked. you and your dedicated, you know, if it was a dedicated piece of shit.
You're dedicated to what? Stuffing people around.
Have you invited everyone, or do you need me to invite people?
Yeah, I think I've got everyone. I invited 16 people. With me, that's 17, but I think I invited, because was Azza even here? He's offline on my thing.
No, he wasn't here.
So, do you think if there's a scheduled time and we're not all in the lobby and ready to go, it kicks off anyway, and that's what's happened here?
Yeah, that could be a possibility. That could be, because I set it at, it says that the server stays open for 30 minutes. So I put it at 9:30 thinking we've got plenty of time. But does it mean that it kicks off at 9:30 and the server was actually open at 9? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's probably that way, right?
Yeah, so that's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Right? So
Sorry, you've set it for 9:30. It's been open for the previous half hour or something.
yeah, so look, that legal just run now, and as far as the legal, it's going to cycle over to the next race. We'll try again. I'll change the time. I'll put the time to kick off at 9:45, and we'll just have to check it now. We'll have to go in there early and see if the room is actually open prior to 9:45.
Yeah. Well,
Epic and Bot will be here shortly. All their game shit got corrupted.
What?
Everything got corrupted. They had to create their characters all over again. The drivers.
Turn off and back on. That's what I would do.
Geez, the game didn't like that.
No.
Right.
Maybe it's how thing works. Bots is not a happy fella in party chat. He's just lost all his setup.
Oh. What the hell? Tell him to do a, what's the name when you hold the start button down to reinitialize?
He doesn't have anything uploaded for it. You gotta fit that shit automatically. You gotta set that up.
Well, here he
Line
is,
up
here he is.
every day.
That's the Codemasters at it again.
Oh, mate, no.
That's corrupting people's social.
Ming has to remake his whole character and everything. I would have just turned off the whole PlayStation, reset the whole PlayStation.
Are you still with us? You still with us, Bot?
Yeah, I had to create my player again, so I got back out, close the game, started again. Now it's fine.
But we're still missing.
Oh, so you got your stuff?
We're missing 2 guys, man, aren't we? 2 or 1?
Warrior's not here, not racing if we can, and GT's not racing. No,
Oz is there. Oz is there now. GT's not racing. Az is not here, obviously.
I was stuck in a black screen, but let me just tell Ming he can fucking just turn his PlayStation off. Oh, you're here, Ming.
Because we've got 15. We've got 15 with Josh. Cougar.
Yeah, Cougar is not in.
He's coming. All right. So we've got. So still, I think we've got one more. I thought we would have one more at least.
We had 18. We had 18 without Marcus now. So then GT is not racing and Warrior's not racing. That makes it 16. Is Azatec here?
Az is the one that's missing.
What's the one?
So did you send him an invite then?
Yeah. I'll send him, but he's not online. Was he on?
It was gonna be fucking.
So Mingman left the lobby.
Oh yeah, I'll send him.
Fuck, this shit's worse than fucking 2018.
I know.
Issues.
Yeah, as I saw it, I'll send him
we have
invite.
dedicated servers coming to the league lobbies.
Welcome to Coach Masters Mayhem.
By the way, welcome everybody. We will be starting in a moment.
Did some of you guys try like a practice like a try run for the league setting feature?
Yeah, we did, but when you do it with 2 or 3 people, it's smooth as silk, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Zen and I did it during the week. It was fine, but there was only a couple of us.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
But
we
I
need
still
to
don't get the black screening thing, no?
Yeah, but I'm with Nasty. I reckon Nasty's got. You know what Nasty said, Oz? We set it at 9:30, thinking the room opens at 9:30. Yeah, right. But the room opens prior to that. That's when it kicks off, and we've all joined either right on it, and those people just went in, and everyone else joined up behind it, and crash.
That's a possibility.
See, that's
session in progress.
Yeah. So. Yep.
Yeah, before the fucking countdown.
But we haven't been there in time, and it's just set the AI to take over for us.
The video I saw on the league stuff.
Yeah, so I'll push it to. It's just going to cycle over, I assume, right?
Yeah, and
because
it's 9:50 or something.
Well, yeah. When do you want it to 9:45 or 9:50? I'll just change it to, and then we got to just jump in there at fucking, we're waiting for someone and not. If someone, if we're waiting for someone at 9:50 and they jump in, boom, 9:51, it'll do it again.
That's what I mean. So if we set the time, that's definite go time. We just make it 9:45, and if no one's in there by then, that's you're going to miss out on the race. Or looks like you can't even join in qualifying because none of us could join in and take over our car.
All right, you choose your car.
It states that you got to be in the lobby 15 minutes prior to the event kicking off. It'll
there you go.
automatically.
Oh, we're fools. We're dickheads. Okay. All right. We're just doing it normal for now. Yeah, God help us all.
Now.
Yeah. All right, is that it? We've got 15 cars, so there's fuck. Is that right? Azar, Warrior, GT,
and that would make
and China. Yeah, that's 4. That's the 19. Okay, it is what it is. Let's go. All right. Are you gonna tell Josh?
I just want to let everyone know I hereby blame all poor performances by me tonight on the muck around in the lobby situation because it's completely turned me off my game. So that's my excuse. No one else can take it.
So Josh is in here, all right.
Well, hello. Welcome, everybody. This is round number 3 at the Red Bull Ring. It was meant to be last week, but with the introduction of the new F1 2019 game, we changed this one by a week to give everyone a good chance to get acclimatized with the new game and the new systems. And here we are in the new F1 2019 game, all the new cars, all the new trucks, all new problems as well. Welcome, Craig and Marcus as well. It's a pity you're not racing tonight, but thanks for coming along to have a watch. And let's see what the boys can do. We're expecting 105s, high 105s in the qualifying. So we'll see what they decide to do. And it's looking a little bit overcast at the moment. So let's see what happens. Let's see who comes out first tonight. Like I said, 105s. For Q1, we won't lose anyone in Q1. We've had a few last-minute dropouts tonight, but it doesn't matter. They'll be fighting for it in Q2. Now, was that Vasily? It was Vasily. Vasily's out on circuit. He's the first one to get the F1 2019 officially underway for FNL1. Just like to say welcome along, everybody. Don't forget, like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to catch more eSport action, including more of the FNL1 series. 21 rounds. We're up to race number 3. And tonight should be a good one. It was definitely a good one when we saw it a couple of weeks ago with Max Verstappen taking the win. Maybe we'll see something just as exciting. And in the back of your mind as well, driver of the day. Keep thinking about driver of the day. As Vasily gets around to turn number 9, this is where Kvyat almost had his huge incident in his qualifying run. All this backed up traffic was there, and last minute diversion around the outside. Let's see what Vasily can do as he rounds it up for the first hot lap of this session in the Williams. They're all equal performance as well, don't forget, but they're also running elite handling, so there's no assists, there's no ABS, there's no racing line, cockpit view, full simulation damage, everything you can think of. So as close as to the real thing as they can possibly get. Yellow 3, sector 3. Anyway, that's not going to bother Vasily as he's just coming into sector 2. Should hit the timing beam shortly to get his split. Everyone looks to be on the soft compound. As always in 2019, it's more simplified. Soft, medium, and hard. There's only 3 compounds to work around, to think about anyway. They all do have different thicknesses and hardnesses and stuff, as they've got their own little slight categories within that, but for all intents and purposes, it's soft, medium, hard. Let's see what Vasily does. A 106.9. I mean, that would get him through Q1. Here's Hawkes. He's just come around into sector 2 himself. Very short track. Only 10 corners. Welcome, Prince. As well, welcome, Benjamin. Going for Team Haas. Good to have you guys along. Let's see what Hawkes can do, as he's going to be the first on the top with a 106.545. Expect those times to come down. Now, Crazy Kiwi is on a hard compound here. So it looks like he's doing some testing while he's got the opportunity. Just wants to see if he can, what kind of times he can put in with the harder compound. Let's see what he can do in the Renault as he comes up to 3. I think just slightly wide of the apex. They're coming down to turn 4. Very braking downhill. And then it's very easy to understeer into this one, as the car wants to just continue on to the outside. Gets the car rotated around. Kiwi looking good at the moment. Into 4th gear. Climbing up over to 250 kilometers an hour before turning left and right through this fast S-bends. Up to turn number 9, the penultimate corner. Entry to the pit lane. He'll go past that, come around. Another downhill braking zone where we saw Vettel crash out. That's not going to be the case for Kiwi here in Q1. What can he do? 108.4. It's not too bad on the hard compound, so it's a little bit off the pace of almost 2 seconds from the soft, but a good time from Kiwi on the harder compound. Mike looks like he's about to finish one. And he goes top with a 106.4 for Toro Rosso. On form tonight. Expect his times to drop dramatically. This is Ming Man for the Red Bull team. He's also chosen to take the soft tyre. Yago's done a 106.2, so he's gone top. Looks like he's harvesting a bit of energy. You can see down the bottom right with the telemetry output. So you've got your battery power, that yellow bar. D is the deployment left for the rest of the lap. There's only a certain amount you can deploy. And H is how much you've harvested. So he's going to use all his battery power. He's on the 5th. He's on the highest setting, I think. Hot lap setting. and it was only 11th fastest, so there must have been some problems there for Ming during that lap. BP's out. BP had a very good run last week in the wet, and one of the rookies as well up there, really putting it on to the rookie, the veterans of this racing league. Let's see what V8 can do. 106.7. It's about halfway. Zen's and Aussie are the only two yet to put a time in. As I say that, Zen's done it. And the rain is coming down here in Q1. You can see the drops there in the pit lane. Well, this could be dramatic. Aussie, he will get through. Zen's out on the wet track. It's not wet enough yet, but you can see the rain will start to fall. Will it be dry? I don't know. I've got to ask them that question. They haven't told me. I don't get any of that information. Still, we thought they might have fixed that in the new game, but we haven't. As a spectator, I'm still going to get to see it, or hopefully I'll get into contact with one of them and see if we can find out what we get. Sorry, I will get to the chat as best I can, Prince. So V8's come in. Just on the marker there. Yes, the track's about to get really wet, so we could have a really wet Q2 here. Looks like most of the guys now are just starting to tippy-toe around. Intermediates for bots. Hawkes is out there still. He's trying his luck. You can just see that water. Doesn't look like it's too slippery yet, but it's not going to take much. And those slick tyres are going to be useless. Smart move. Hawkes coming in. So Ming is still out there too. He's the only one out on track at the moment. Aussie's just come out for his outlap actually. He's going to need to get a time in. Hopefully he doesn't bin it. If he bins it, he won't be able to set a time in Q2. Aussie looks like he's taking it a little bit careful. The rain's a lot heavier now, a lot more hazy. Still pushing hard. Just needs to get a time in. Doesn't need to do anything silly. This is his outlap though, so here comes his quick lap. Hopefully it's not too wet for him. Let's see what he can do under these treacherous conditions. Ever-changing, bit of a slight wobble there for Aussie. He just needs to get a time in. Nothing, he doesn't need to go crazy, and it is wet. And it's really starting to affect the grip levels now, as we saw. Aussie was very lucky not to bin it then. Got to stay off those white painted curbs. Very slippery. A few of the other cars coming out on inters, such as Vasily and Bots as we speak. Going to stick with Aussie for the moment. Hopefully he gets around. He's still pushing quite hard. He's not going as quick, though. He's about almost 20 to 30 k's slower through there than what we've seen earlier. So the wet track now really starting to play a part in the times. So Yayo still topping this session. And that's good for BP. If you're a BP V8 fan or a Toro Rosso fan, he's definitely the number one in the wet, along with Epic. Epic had a good run too. And Aussie gets around. So he shall be happy with that one. Ming's doing an outlap and he's on the soft tyre. That's a bit dangerous. So Red Bull Playing devil's advocate here. And thanks for joining us, guys. If you don't know me, my name's Josh from Demo 1 Garage. Things are a little bit slow here on the channel at the moment, but looks like we'll be in the new place sooner than I thought, so expect more content. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss out. Let's see what Ming Yang can do. I don't know if he's going to improve on his time. It was a very wet lap. He doesn't, because that was his out lap. Got through turn 1 okay. Got to be careful though, don't want to bin it in Q1 as they're all guaranteed entry into 2, and he's outbraked himself onto 3 and out wide there. That's going to lose him a lot more time. If I'm not wrong, they actually renamed turn 1 the Nicky Lauda corner in memory of Nicky. So turn 1 is dedicated to the memory of Nicky Lauda, and they had a big ceremony for that during the Grand Prix there a few weeks ago now. Ming Man about to finish his lap, coming in hot into turn 10. He's going to see the start-finish line. Don't know if he's going to improve the time too much. Does a little, a 1:10.3. Don't know if it counted though, because it hasn't come up on the board. He did a 1:10.3 on the sector timings. But the rest of the guys now really just wanting to wait. Bots is out there getting his eye in with the intermediates. So he's just taking this opportunity to test out the new braking points he's going to need in the wet. And he'll come in. We've got some, that'll be Bots' team waiting. But not much going on at the moment. Got 4 minutes left in this session. Now let's have a look at the drivers. That's how it looks at the moment. Sorry, that's a little bit fuzzy there on the left. But as you can see, Zen and Hawkes, they are tied on top with 43 points. So they're the two going for the lead of the championship tonight. We've lost the kid, but he's currently in 3rd. And Aussie, he's there in 4th at the moment. So Red Bull up in the top 4. The second Ferrari of Epic, he's 5th. And BP's in 6th there. He got a 3rd last week. Really good finish from him. And both fastest laps have gone to Epic in the first 2 races of this season. Constructors, a little bit of a different story. Mercedes on top with 51, and then it's Renault with 48. Wouldn't that be a good thing to see in the real world championship? But they're not quite there yet. Ferrari 3 points behind on 45, and then it's Red Bull and their sister team Toro Rosso. McLaren, Williams with 2 points. We don't see that in the real world, but they've got points here in the FNL1 championship. Then it's Racing Point, and Alfa and Haas yet to take any spoils. And that is the standings from the French Grand Prix. But it's a wet one. Only 2.5 minutes to go, and we'll start Q2, and we're going to lose drivers in Q2. Remember, the tyre they qualify on, if it was dry, would be the one that they take to the race. Being a wet race, that might not mean anything anyway, so we'll see what happens. Things are going quiet at the moment. We expect a 2-stop tonight to be a little bit quicker than the 1 by at least 7 seconds. So will there be anyone game enough to go for that 1-stop strategy? Who knows? Fuel as well is a very, very big commodity around this track. So keep an eye out on fuel consumption. We could see some cars running out of fuel at the end of this one. Very high chance of that. Safety car? Who knows? We didn't see one last in the Austrian Grand Prix. Will we see one here at FNL1? If it's wet, possibly. There's going to be some people pushing it hard. But at the moment, Yayo and Zen, the two Mercedes drivers, topped that session before the rain came out. With a 106.2, we're expecting high 105s come the qualifying run. So there's still time to be taken out of that. Probably not so much in the wet. So it's going to be one to keep an eye out on to see who can. It's going to be a damn wild race. Haven't got the the weather outlook yet though. No, Angry, I think Angry will stay because he'll make it to Q2 because there's only 15. We lose the bottom 5. Does that mean Angry's in it? 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. No, Angry stays. Who said counting on your hands is for children? I just did it then. Math on the spot, I think, is one of the most nerve-wracking things. Especially when it's simple stuff like taking away 5 from 20. And I just had to do that with my fingers. But you look even sillier, I think, if you get it wrong. Anyway, 13 seconds. Yago's topped it. And thanks for joining us. Don't forget, think about driver of the day as well. That'll be coming up later on. You can go vote on the FNL1 eSports page.
Yes, no one else is helping.
Let's hear from the drivers.
Jeez, Christ, that is so typical F1.
Or of us should have just gone out there and driven in a single file.
Put some airtime then for our sponsors.
All the Red Bull.
Punch.
Okay,
You
here we
even
go.
in the hard tyres.
Who's gonna risk it for the rain? Are you gonna go on the hards and wait for the rain to come in?
Ask Kiwi. He's the one who said he doesn't want to even touch the stuff.
Yeah, I thought that.
All right, we got a bit of an insight there, what they're all thinking. Rain, obviously, for the qualifying session. Don't know if we're going to see it for the race. I haven't got any confirmation of that yet, unfortunately. Guess it's just going to be a surprise. Here it is. Look at that. The rain is absolutely pouring down. Full wets, I'd imagine, for this one. You can hear the rain. Look at that. And that is a Toro Rosso. It is a very busy pit lane right now. I don't know if it's going to be a wet race. Mike was one of the first ones out, so he's the first one to test these conditions, and he's run wide at 3. More of the cars now coming out of their pit boxes. Everyone wanting to get on track as soon as they possibly can. There must be more rain coming if that's the case. Damn, you nasty. That was bots rather getting wide. Now, one of the other cars that's out there on the full wets is BP. This is Yayo, who topped Q1. I wonder if he's going to be able to do that in Q2. They're also going to be looking for track space as well. It's going to be a premium right now with the very busy track. 15 cars. There's Angry in the Haas. No longer sponsored by Rich Energy. They've said goodbye to the Haas team, which was a little bit silly. Apparently they wanted to be beating Red Bull, which just seems like a far-fetched idea. Oh, BP's gone wide, even on the full wets. I wonder if it's starting to get a little bit too wet now for the intermediates. This could be a very interesting prospect for some. Hawkes is starting his lap. Crazy Kiwi's gone wide at 3 as well. Or was that turn 1? That was turn 1. Incident at the first corner. Hawkes, I think, went wide along with that Alpha. So Hawkes has got some traffic in front as well. He's got a few cars behind him. Oh, BP's out. Oh, very wide there for Hawkes. He's totally cooked it. Mike is on his run. Mike was one of the first guys out there at the moment. And he's still on track at the moment. Oh, he's going to run wide through the S's. He just gets it turned in. Lots of understeer to contend with. This is Epic. Epic's gotten through. Bots is by himself as well. He's just started the end of Sector 2 now. Mike coming around to the end of the first lap. He's going to get the first time set. Very wide through 10. What kind of time does Mike get? It's a 1:16. So you can see the difference the wet track has made to the times there. Meadows actually gone quickest with a 1:16.1. Hawkes is about to finish his lap too as he comes around 9. Now 10. Let's see what Hawkes can put in. A few times going up on the board. Hawkes will do. That was his outlap apparently. Bot seems to be out of the session. Oh no, Hawkes has spun at turn 1 and he's just kept it out of the wall there. Very lucky. So that was the start of his hot lap too. He's yet to put a time down. This is very treacherous conditions for these drivers. He's just waiting now for the track to open up. And he'll get back on. Nasty's also gone wide. He's going to run into the Haas there if he's not careful. This wet track is really, really testing the driver's ability. So that was damn you. Here's Aussie, same thing, wide at 3. They're just braking too late. It is an uphill braking zone, but looks like in the wet it's really extended their braking distances. And that's BP, I think. He's out. Meadows come back in. This is Yayo. He's currently running 4th right now, and he's coming back in as well. Kiwi just letting some of the faster cars through. This is Ming Man. He's put a time down. Here comes Hawkes. Hawkes looks like he's putting in a first time here. I think he's had a few issues though. That's a very slow lap. Ming Man continues on. So he's currently running 11th at the moment. He's in the knockout zone at this point. Well, BP's back, so BP must have just had DC issues. So thankfully BP, well, he was back for a minute. So Ming is happy with the intermediates for now. You can see that drying line, so the track is starting to get really wet offline. Coming in, just tiptoes around the right-hand bend. He's got some traffic ahead of him. It's damn nasty. He's got one of the racing points there with him. Damn Nasty's yet to put a time down. Looks like he's about to do it here this lap in the Ferrari. Oh, he had a bit of a... Oh, no. No, that could be the end of... It is. Damn you, Nasty. Lost the back end trying to get the power down, and he's out of this session. And he didn't get a time down, so that's him done. You can see him. He's just outside off turn 9, just before the entry of 10. And we've lost our first driver tonight. Ming Man's up there in 3rd. Zen's gone quickest. The 1:15. So a few of the boys getting another lap in. PP's yet to go out there at the moment. Hawkes is on an out lap. Aussie looks like he's putting in another lap here. Looks like he's going quick. Coming down to 4. Oh no, he's run very wide through there. He didn't get the car turned in the way he wanted it to. Once he hit that water. Let's see what Aussie can do for the Red Bull at the moment. He's in the drop zone. Just over 7.5 minutes to go. It's going to be a very tense, very trying times for these drivers. Aussie's currently 12th. He's 2.4 seconds off the pace at the top. And the rain has not stopped coming. It's coming around turn 10. Enters the frame. He's going to see the line. It's not going to be... Oh, it's good enough for 8th right now. He should be pretty happy with that. Track evolution, though, might change things. He might need to do another lap or so. Breedin's done 4 laps at the moment. Angry's out there for the Haas team. Looks like he's winding up to do another quick lap. Oh no, Vasily! Huge collision as he's come out of 3. Puts the power down too early. And we caught him at the right time.
Retiring.
And that wall has absolutely knocked him out of this one.
Can I still do Q3 now?
He did put a time down though, but it is 11th quickest, and he won't be able to improve. That's him done. So he's on the exit of 3, I think, as Kiwi comes out to do a lap. Oh no, it was turn 1. It was turn 1. This is Hawkes. Hawkes looks like he's on a quick lap now. This is turn 10. It's looking like a pretty decent time for him too. He does it. He goes top with a 1:15.5. Great lap from Hawkes. One of the guys to beat in the wet. And he's proven why again today. He's very consistent when it's slippery. Aussie's been given a grid penalty for blocking there. I don't think that's right. Pretty sure Hawkes was just following him down the road. This is Bots. He's currently in 5th. Bots turning in. You can see it's a very busy track. We've lost 2 in this session. Damn, he didn't get a time down. Vasily did, but he won't be able to improve on it. Looks like Bots is done. So Angry's currently 4th at the moment. Uphill braking to 3. Car turns in nicely for him there. Not too bad from Angry. Bit of wheel spin on the exit. Intermediate tyres displacing as much water as they can. Oh, he runs a little wide through there. Lost a lot of time because of that one. Had to slam the brakes on to stop running wide. He's looking safe at the moment though. Oh, wide again. Down the hill, that's where we saw Bottas run wide through his practice session a couple of weeks ago. Both Ming, Mike and Epic are on an outlap. Kiwi needs to improve, otherwise he'll be gone. So will Breedin. Looks like Angry wasn't on an angry lap. Meadows on his outlap. Mingman appears to be pushing this one hard too. Looks like they're starting to get that turn 3 nailed down with the braking zone in the wet. You can see it's still raining quite heavily though. Still not heavy enough for the wets. Oh, he's missed a gear there. Has he got gearbox issues? That was weird. Just listening to Ming's car here. Looks like it's fixed itself now, but he had some... It sounded like he missed a gear and was running on the limiter too much. It could have been down the lag too. But anyway, Ming's gone 9th. He's very close to the drop. Kiwi's just gone in 10th fastest. That puts Mike, Epic, Breed in the drop zone. We're watching Epic at the moment. He got the fastest laps in both the Grand Prix. Can he get himself out of Q2 today in the wet? A little bit wide on 9. Gets it turned into 10. Waiting to find him. Looks like he's run a little wide through there though. Could be a decent time. It will be 10th for him. That drops Kiwi down. So he's just out at the moment, but it's not over until it's over. This is Kiwi. He's got a lot of traffic to contend with. Oh, that was a close call. Zen's just gone quickest with a 1:15.2. Kiwi's in the drop zone. Only a minute and a half to go. Oh, Kiwi looks like he's backed out of this one. Where's Mike on track? Mike's coming around as well. Breedin's still in the pits. And Crazy Kiwi's coming in. Epic's still out on track. He's running 9th quickest now. But it's the two Mercedes who are still on top of this one. His teammate Damn You Nasty crashed out. Epic trying to get himself out of the drop. He wants to get through to the next session, and he's run very wide at 10. That's not going to help his case. And it doesn't. It's not a quicker time. He's going to have to go again. Does he have the fuel? I think he might. He's got the car turned up to the max settings. But both Kiwi and Breedin are still in the pits at this point. I think they're going to be dropped. Let's see what Epic can do. Can he beat Mingman? Oh, he's run wide at 3, and I think it's all over. I think that is it. Epic will not get through. Both Breedin and Kiwi aren't out. Aussie's out on track. He will make it through. So will Angry. And Mike got 6th fastest that session. And BP has just topped this Q2, getting the quickest time, a 1:14.9. Both him, he is my favourite in the wet for sure. He showed his pace in the wet at France, and he's done it again today. But that is Q2 done and dusted. And we've lost Damn You Nasty, Vasily, Breedin, Crazy Kiwi, and Epic Game to the drop. There will be a top 10 shootout in Q3. Mingman won't be taking part though, as he did make it, but he crashed out. But this was our quickest man in the session by 3/10 over Zen. And he's definitely becoming one of the favourites every single week. I hope everyone's enjoying this one tonight. Very interesting race. Well, just the qualifying. We've still got the half race distance to come. And we're still not sure of the weather outlook yet. Haven't got any confirmation of that. Just waiting now for BP to take the checkered. And we can continue on to the final qualifying run, Q3. We will see the top 10 quickest drivers fight out for the top position. BP at the moment looking like the favourite. but those two Mercedes, Zen and Yayo, are looking quite competitive themselves. Very mixed field, though. The two Ferrari guys. Very different. Red Bull as well, having some struggles.
1.4 seconds between second and 13th. Like, that's, like, dude, I was in pit lane, and I'm like, fuck, I'm going to need to go out again here.
I was putting my fast one in. What did you do?
Somebody you don't want to use another set of tyres.
Penalty! Holy shit! Oh!
Oh, damn! Good penalty. Illegal blocking from Aussie.
Was that you, Kiwi?
Damn.
I was slowing down. I thought you were already done your fast lap, and then all of a sudden I got this fucking penalty.
I was slowing down because I ran out of
Yeah, why the fuck do I get a penalty?
Why did he get a penalty? Indeed. We did see that on stream. It was very, very perplexing. Here we go, Q3, the all-important Q3 where we find our pole position. Looks like it's dried up.
Fuck you on now.
So the driver's going to have
Good eye.
free run of tyre choice for the race.
Give me time to go, you'll piss and laugh at you. Who am I watching? Coaches on Hawks. Is it not raining now?
I don't think so. Looks like it's stopped.
That'll be fucking right.
I'm sorry.
Hawks is out.
That's still on. It must be raining. It just must be our screen. The spectator screen. Because it's still on the Inters. That's still on the Inters.
Spectator mode. Hawkson. No.
Here we go.
You might dry up for the
Some of the guys still using Inters.
Oh, the track's a bit wet still.
Doesn't look very wet though, does it?
Come up the time.
But it's not raining.
Yeah. What are we? We're in the fucking group chat. Is it fucking kicked us because we're not in the fucking?
Yeah. Once you're gone from the session and they can't hear us.
But we're in the party chat. Oh.
Well, yeah, but we're probably on, thing.
No, well, it's come up on the screen.
Yeah, we're on game chat though.
Oh, we are too.
Outlaps
Oh,
at the moment.
Oh, they can hear us on the live stream. I found that out watching the last live stream.
Depends when time's hard to do it. Sometimes he pauses it. The mutes.
If you're watching the stream,
can
I ask you just to be quiet for 10
He didn't do that with the last one. I'm like, I was trying. If I'd have realised, I was glad I muted myself when I was swearing.
Q1. So I can hear. Anyway, let's have a look. Bots going around.
Come back into pit lane.
Yeah,
Looks like he had a bit of trouble exiting.
Would be my guess.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Not sure.
Yeah, because Mike's out in the soft tire.
Oh, Angry.
Oh, he's too.
Angry's had issues. Has he turned around?
For Bob.
Oh, jeez, jeez. We almost saw a huge collision.
Was it in the last corner? Yeah, Zen's coming back into the pit lane too. So yeah, they must be good enough for drives.
I'm surprised I didn't pick him at the start. His Mikey went out.
No, it looks like it's still a little bit wet.
Oh, yeah, because Watts has slowed way down.
The guys on the softs are, looks like it's still just a little bit too wet.
Well, there must be enough grip there. Mikey's giving it to him.
Oh, he's gone deep.
You've missed that one. He was thinking about that breathing chat.
Yo, getting around. Was that BP? No. It was Mike. Mike on the softs.
So. It's going to be interesting when that rain comes though.
I reckon, looking at it, the way the time thing's going through it looks like it's going to be in like the last 10 laps.
Yeah, last couple of laps. Maybe not even that. This race may go 40 minutes, maybe that.
Ooh.
But see, when that says plus whatever, like they'll say, it could kick in at the 25th minute.
He goes
and it could just come all down at the start, not go from
quick one. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah.
Had a
He's
career
on
mode
the
race that
soft
did that.
tyre.
Well, from normal
Just
tyres.
nice and dry, next minute just fuck it.
Yeah.
Here he goes. Puts it into
Just
turn
so what
one.
you-
He's got
is the-
Toro Rosso ahead of him.
Because when we done the
He
race
might be able to
last
get
night,
pulled
I
along
didn't
down
let
this
me select the
straight.
one pit stop, and maybe do the
119
two.
from
I
Mike.
thought it was,
Mike's getting out of the way.
Because I done the
You can change that stuff though.
Yeah, it wouldn't let me change it to one lap though. I mean, one pit stop.
Oh, you've got to remove one of the stints.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you remove the third stint, and then you can change it around.
Oh, okay. Because I started on, I completely forgot all about it.
Because
It just made me start the race on the tyres I'd done the quali on. So my tyres were half stuck from the start.
Yeah, that's what it does. It makes you start on the tyres you qualify on, if you're only doing like a one shot or that.
Yeah.
Because here it makes you, if you do the full session, it makes you start on the tyres you qualified in Q2, which means everyone's going to have a free choice, even the top 10.
Let's see what Yo-Yo can put together. That was a decent lap from him. Drying track
I
too.
still would not. I'd stay away from the hard tyre. Might feel good, but it's fucking slow.
Yeah.
And he's done the quickest, 112. We should expect to see that drop as this session
I'm
continues.
guessing it's still probably a bit greasy.
Hmm.
There's probably not much grip. But yeah, he's done a 112.7. Yeesh. A bit off dry pace.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's still a bit
Let's
wet.
see what Hawkes can put together for us. As he comes
The
around
full
to the
dry,
S-bend section.
dry qualifying, that's probably in the 1:05, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, if it's
cold.
dry, they'll be at least doing a one.
I don't know why you can hear those guys, by the way.
At least.
Yeah.
We'll get it fixed for next stream. My apologies. Anyway, Hawks goes through to start his quick lap.
Like it's wet though.
No, it doesn't. At all.
Mike's actually done Yo-Yo, BP rather, has gone quickest.
You know what Yo-Yo just done just then? I would have got a penalty for that.
Let's see what Hawks can put together. He's on his quick lap right now for the Renault. He got that corner put together. DRS flicks open for him. Looks like he's in pretty much clean air.
On pole, 12.5.
Medeman's gone to 110. That's the quickest lap for now, so track evolution is happening.
Up.
Out lap at the moment for Mike.
No, I think this track's definitely a tyre wearing track.
Again, I do apologise.
You
usually can't hear those guys talking. It's
I can get about 15 minutes
the
out of
way
the
it
top tyre.
works
I
in
mean,
2019.
No, out of the mediums I can push 20, 22.
Ooh, Hawks
but the
has
problem is
aborted that
the
lap.
end of the stint,
That
you
was
lose
Bots.
so much
I think
pace.
he went around there.
Yeah, true.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Bots
because
is
you
going
have
to
to
start.
brake earlier because the grip's not there. And I think I might stick with the
At the moment, though, Meadows on
It didn't
top.
do too bad.
The
I'm
110,
gonna
and
do
he's got
the,
a decent lead on the rest of the guys.
Two-stop. I just don't know if I want to. Probably going to go with the mediums to start with.
Yeah, I might do. Oh, so yeah, well, I don't have any partner in tonight.
He's leading by
So I can fit in
1.4
whenever I
seconds
feel
on
like.
Zen.
So I might do the
We
do a
should be
10 lap
beating Zen.
or even 8 laps on soft start off with,
Zen's
and then
come
do a
back
big
in.
stint with mediums in the middle and then finish off with soft.
I can pit whenever I want to, because usually my
Another
teammates like
quickest lap.
miles out in front.
Meadow 109.
From
He's
where I
bringing the
am.
time down. The track evolution's happening.
True.
But still got to worry about the fucking. I got caught with him in France. A stupid fucking animation. The pit animation if your teammate hits in front of you and you still got a gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think that'd allow enough space, but then I suppose you've only got one pick through, haven't you?
Even worse if you're doing the S2s when they come out. Because they're
This is
fucking
out lap
fucking
there.
slow.
Yeah.
Mike's pushing.
Well,
He's
Potter's
down
put
in
it
7th.
and I put it
Not long
109.
left.
9-4. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a mixed up grid.
Ooh, isn't it? This is for pole.
Inside the top 10.
Oh. I say
Now this is Mike coming around the penultimate corner. Oh, he's backed out of that one. Hawkes has yet to put a time down. He's on his outlap. Angry looks like he's doing it. He's starting his quick time here. He's gone for his quick lap here. Coming up with the DRS open up to turn 3. Down the flat out turn 2. Gets it turned in. Hits the apex very early. Runs a little bit wide across the sausage curbs. DRS again activated for him. Coming down to the downhill braking zone. Turning in. He's got that nicely done. This could be a decent lap from Angry. The Haas is looking promising. There's a yellow in 3, though. That's cleared before he gets there. This is sector 2. And he comes around. Gets the car flicked in. Let's see what he does. Around 9 into 10. He's going to be pushing it around here. He's flicking up through the gears. DRS on as well. And it's a quick lap from Angry with a 109.4. He's beaten Bots by 600ths. Dying stages. Hawkes needs to put a time in now.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to open up the fucking corner for the next left-hander.
Yep.
And I keep getting pinged at that fucking the right-hand turn. Where you go left-right, I keep fucking sliding over that curve too.
Hawks has got a 108 here. He's being smooth.
108.3.
Yeah.
Who else is out there?
I say Zen's still out there.
This is a flyer.
Well, Hawks has done a 108. And there's not a lot of time left for anyone to reply. BP looks like he's putting one in.
That's all you can hear on the stream. Stop talking.
Here goes Angry. Again, is he trying to improve the time? He's gone around again for another lap. He's going to see the start-finish line. It's not going to be enough from him, though. He's still third. Very interesting grid. BP running second. Bots is on his outlap. He's going to get just enough time to get one lap in. It's going to be close for him. Meadow did have the top spot. And the two Mercedes is at the moment, they're in 7th and 8th. Aussie's just gone quicker, 107.4. Track evolution is happening, and it's extremely quick track right now as it's tried out. Yellow flag 2, not going to bother Zen. Gets the car turned in. Here we go. Is it going to be enough? It's going to be a tight one. It's second. He can't beat the Red Bull. BP's out there too. He's been dropped to 4th. The session's over. And that's the checkered flag. Angry doing another lap. Bots as well. Bots trying to get another lap in. Meadow will come across the line. And he'll go quickest right at the death. Then it's Yayo. He only goes 3rd. So Meadow at the moment, provisional pole. I think Zen's had some issues. Because he's in 5th right now. He's still on a quick lap. So is Hawkes. Hawkes is down in 6th. We've still got Bots as well to go. This is Zen. Zen's coming around. There's Bots as well. Bots is just in front of him. Hawkes still on his quick lap. Is he pushing? He is pushing. Is it going to be enough from him in the Renault? We've had several different people on top today. Track evolution has proven to be the difference here at the end of this one. Hawkes coming around the final bend. What is it? It's going to be tight. It's only 5th. Zen's gone back in. And Bots has gone top right at the death. And he's taken the pole position away from Meadow with a 106.6. He's absolutely blistering pace there right at the death. Beating Meadow by 7/10. Aussies by 8. Mike got 4th. Yayo in 5th. And Zen Razo, who was our 3-season championship leader, title contender, defender for season 4. He's in 7th. BP, the king of the wet, he's down in 8th. And Angry, well, I don't think he'll be happy with that in ninth, but he's in the top 10. But it's this man,
P2,
Bots.
but
No,
shit
you
happened.
wouldn't have.
I would have. I was a 10th.
You wouldn't have come nowhere, mate. You would have lost it.
Lick me. I bitched it on the last because I didn't want to lose it. That's why.
I know, and if you didn't, you would have been in the wall.
Yeah,
That's why, see? So you wouldn't have been second.
Oh, fucking get out of it. Alright, I got the party chat.
So here we go. We're in for a very interesting race. I think it should be a dry race.
Yeah. Okay.
But we'll wait and see. But an absolute blistering
Good
pace
qualifying,
from
boys.
Bots with a 106.
Yep.
Just a
Have a good last
completely
race.
weird and just unexpected field. Top 3. We'll be very happy with that. Aussie as well.
Thanks
With
for
the
holding
third,
up a slowing down
and
car.
Mike will meet him on the second row. But Zen, the big surprise here today, down in 7th. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're about to see the race get underway. Formation lap first. My name's Josh from Demo 1 Garage. So thanks for joining. I do apologise about the guys we could hear there. That didn't happen in 2018. For whatever reason, we could just hear them all talking then. We'll try and get those issues all ironed out as we get to terms with what 2019 lets us do and lets us doesn't do. But here we go. We've got a very interesting race. It's going to really mix up the drivers and the constructors. And it looks like it's a bit of a hazy one. So chance of rain, possible. Haven't got the weather outlook, unfortunately. But it's going to be an interesting one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Angry did go from 3rd to 9th. It was track evolution during the last final minutes there was vital to getting that one right. So Bots will take the field away. They will all get free choice of tyres as well. So there we go. We can see Bots with the soft. Meadow and Mike taking the medium. Yago on the soft. The rest are mediums down to Angry. And then Ming and Epic have taken the soft. The only other medium is Kiwi. The guys at the back there taking the soft compound as well. So we've got a very interesting race. 36 laps. Looks like it's a little bit overcast today, so heat's not going to be an issue. The 2-stop looks to be the quickest strategy. Meadow in 2nd. He'll be very happy with that result. Mike in 3rd. Hopefully they can finish there today. This is Yago for Mercedes. They're leading the constructors, but might not be after this. The one that's hurt them most, though, is Ferrari, with their guys down in 11th and 15th. So here we go. Formation lap. Just about done. Damn nasty. The last one to start. And the grid will get formed up. So Aussie's been given that 5 grid penalty and he's starting 8th. So that's promoted Mike to the top. Here we go. About to get started. Let's see what can happen. The lights are on. That's 5 lights. Races away for round 3 for FNL1, and it's Bots taking the field. Looks like Epic getting a great start as well. The Toro Rosso, and that was Yago into the back of Mike there, and he's gotten around him into turn 1. Great start from him. Oh, we've had a few cars wide. That was Mingman, I think, going wide out of turn 1. And for whatever reason, we've lost Aussie and Crazy Kiwi on the first turn. Then there must have been a huge accident that we've just didn't get the catch, unfortunately. There's a virtual safety car here on the first lap. We didn't even get up to turn 3. And already a VSC has been called. So there was an incident between Aussie and Kiwi, which we just didn't catch, unfortunately. Don't know how Aussie ended up in it, but crazy as well. So that was somewhere through the mid pack. So Aussie was 8th. Fortunately, we don't get a replay of what happened there, but he's going to be kicking himself to be out turn 1, lap 1. And we're green flag racing again. And Bots has got a great restart. Look at the gap he's got on Meadow. Fantastic stuff from the Alpha driver. And there's a lot of action happening down here with Zen. Zen's already pushed himself up into 5th. Hawkes is battling hard. The 2 Toro Rossos as well. They're not too far from each other. Epic's pushed himself up a little bit as well as Ming Man gets a position up. Great restart and great action. We're watching Zen at the moment. He's got Hawkes on his tail coming up into turn 3. Oh, he's had to slam the anchors down there. He didn't want to run up the back of Zen. Yago's up in the 2nd. Yago, though, he's got about almost 2 seconds between him and the leader. Meadows not too far behind. They're the tyres that we've got on everyone at the moment. So the 2 quicker tyres are up the front, which is not surprising. The mediums want to go for a bit of a longer run. But it's a big lead for Bots at the moment. And as he starts lap 3, that lead is almost up to 2 seconds. But it's the gap between him and Meadow at the moment, which is very tight. There's not a lot in it. There's going to be DRS enabled this lap. There is. So a few cars now are going to get DRS. Mike's gone a little bit wide out of turn 1. He's got to be careful because he's got Zen right there. Hawkes as well. Here goes Mike. He's got the DRS assist. He's going to chuck it up the inside into 3. And he's going to run wide. And look at that. Zen's going to take the position from both of them. 2 spots in 1. He snapped that up and said, thank you very much. So the Mercedes recovered instantly. They're up in the 2nd and 3rd by the 3rd lap. Hawkes has gotten around. He's got a battle on with Meadow here. So Meadow's dropped a lot of spots already. I wonder if Meadow is doing a bit of fuel conservation early on. Very interesting. He's lost a lot of spots though. There's BP. He's up in the 7th at the moment. And Angry's got Epic in the Ferrari on his tail. Epic's not too far behind at all. He's really going to benefit from the DRS. Oh, and Angry's gone really wide. He's had to rejoin. Zen's gone the quickest lap. Here we go. Let's see what Epic can do. He's got the DRS down here. It's not going to work from him, though. He should be able to get a move on if he can get a good exit out of 1. Charges through turn 1. See what Epic can do here. The DRS, is it enough? It's not. The Haas hasn't gone for the defense. He's been forced to cut that corner, though. As Angry didn't leave him a lot of room. DRS again down this straight, up into 4. Does the Haas go up onto the inside? Not straight away. Lots of action happening through the midfield as well. Meadows down into 7th. So Meadow really losing out with the pace. He's struggling with the quicker pace here in the drying track. Mike's giving it to Hawkes as well. He's only 5/10 off him. So DRS through the detection zone. Coming around turn 9. Our leader is still Bots. He's got a good lead of about a second. So he's got Yago out of his DRS at the moment. Zen's been given a 3-second time penalty as Yago does the quickest lap of this race. Hawkes is also prowling onto the back of Zen. Both on the medium tyre at the moment. The 2 guys out in front are on the soft. Angry's been given a time penalty. Very strict time penalty and corner restrictions are set. So it doesn't take much to get one. Angry looks like he's lost a few spots. He has. He's down into 10th. He's really losing out. But the quicker tyres here. The soft tyre doing the thing for Ming and Epic. Ming Man just sizing up his opponent in front. Epic doing a good job, just holding them at bay at the moment. He needs to get a good redemption this run. Didn't have the qualifying run he wanted. But we should see the Ferraris up top. The biggest gains at the moment have been from the Mercedes team. Especially Zen. He had a fantastic start. Finds himself way up the front already. Up into the third spot. DRS for Ming. Can Ming get it done? He's going to chuck it up the inside. Oh, he's got it done into turn one. Beautiful move from the Red Bull driver. Epic replying straight away. He's already got his lead in front of him. He doesn't have DRS though, and that's going to be the difference. That's going to give Ming the spot back as Ming runs wide, and that's going to give Epic another shot. He's going to have DRS on him here too. He does. They're going to be side by side, just like Lando Norris and Hamilton on lap one. Can he get a move on him though? Epic's just chucked it down the inside. They scrape wheels, but it was a good move. And Epic's regained 8th position at the moment. Tense battle between these two. Epic wants to get away, because the longer he's sitting in this battle, the further and further away the guys in front of him will get. Mano had a great qualifying run, but at the moment he's down in 7th. And this is Epic and Mingman again. Mingman gets the DRS once more. It looks like he's going to have another dig up into turn one. Oh, he looks like he's done it. He's been run wide. Mingman's been given a time penalty though. Looks like he ran a little bit too wide, too much. Stewards didn't like that. Oh, lag there. I think Ming's really lagging tonight. That's a bit unfortunate. So Epic's doing a really good job of staying out of the wall with him. No worries, Eric. Thank you. Thank you for that, Eric. I must say, without these guys racing for us, I wouldn't have the great races to commentate on. But if you don't know me, my name's Josh and welcome to Demo 1. Sim Racing eSports World here on our channel. If you haven't already, please like or subscribe to stay in the know when we got more stuff happening. There'll be a lot more coming in the future. Epic runs wide and lets Mingman get away. Let's have a look back up the front. Hawkes is in 4th there, and he's giving Zen a run for his money. He's going to have DRS too. The Renault doing the best he can. He's closed that gap by about a 10th down the straight. Ooh, bit of a back end wobble there from Hawkes. And he's lost 4/10 in that corner alone. That's all that hard work gone. And Epic and Ming have been involved in an incident. Let's see if we can see. Oh, damn, you nasty and Vasily are a long way back. So Ming is out of this race. Just trying to see if his car is still there at turn 3 when Damn You gets to it. Unfortunately, the game still won't let us select the cars once they're out. I think that needs to be fixed. This is where the incident happened. I think the car's been cleared already. It has, but yeah, damn, he's a long way back. So is Vasily as well. This is our race leader bots. Well, that'll be why Damn You and Vasily have taken a stop. Bots at the moment is doing good under pressure from Yayo. Yayo now, I think he was just outside the DRS detection there. He's within a second at the moment though. He's going to want to try close that gap and get that DRS assist. Zen's also got DRS on his teammate. The two Mercedes right now will be fighting for position. Different strategies for those two. Soft for Yago. Zen went the split strategy on the medium. Expect those guys on a double stop, but we could see some one stoppers here from some guys tonight. The double stop seems to be the quicker choice. Oh, Zen going around the outside of Yago. Yago's decided It's time to pit. Lap 8. Seems a bit early on the... Oh, no, he's on the soft tyre. All right. So let's see if we see any reactions from the race leader. Meadow will gain a spot. And Yo-Yo now will filter back out onto the track. Yo-Yo antagonisingly slow down the pit lane as he gets back up to racing speed. And he'll be back out in 10th spot. Damn you and Vasily is still a long way off. Now it's the battle between Zen and Hawkes as this continues on. Oh no! Bots has overcooked it. He's succumbed to the pressure, or the tyres have just worn away from him and he couldn't get the car stopped. We saw him entering the gravel stop and he's down into 5th place. This could mean a stop this lap from Bots. But any lead he had now is got... Look at the car. It doesn't look controllable at all. He's tried to run an extra lap. Looks like 8 laps for the softs. Or is he trying to enter the pit lane? Meadow there. Oh, he's gone again. All right. Well, Bots is happy with it. He's got DRS on Meadow here. He was the race leader. He's given it away with a mistake. Down in 4. He somehow recovered, though. He got the car out of the gravel trap quickly. Very lucky. Yo-Yo gets around Breedin and is on his run through. So Bots at the moment now down in traffic. He was leading this race, but he just missed his marker here. Pushed it a little bit too hard at this corner and he ran wide. He's now racing this man Meadow. I think he came away with no damage though, so Bots could be pretty lucky there. Meadow though running a longer strat with the medium tyre. And Yo-Yo was the first in on lap 8. So he must have been pushing quite hard if he wanted to take an earlier pit stop. Everyone else on the softs has continued on. So's Bots. I thought Bots might have cooked his tyres a little early, but he's fought on. Now you can see the distances between them. Meadow in the middle. Yago's pushing his way through the field. I think Epic's gone into the pits. There you can see Yo-Yo, Epic, Breedin, Damn You and Vasily have all pitted. Epic's going to battle hit drag race with Breedin down to turn 3. New tyres. Doesn't want to flat spot them early on. Breedin didn't win that one. Epic won that one out completely. Bots still fighting to get around Meadow. And he's still running around on the soft tyres. There's our position changes from the start of this race. Zen up 5 spots. He's now leading it. And Hawkes is up 3 with BP up 4. Our losers, Mike, Meadow, Bots losing 5. And Yago, well, he's already pitted. He's down 3, but he'll be gaining those spots back very shortly. Looked like Meadow had a chance to get a move on BP then. DRS closes. Bots going in for a move. He gets to the side, and we've lost carbon fiber there. He's getting a little bit desperate here. A last-minute lunge from Bots. This could mean a new nose for him. It doesn't look like the car's reacting the way he wants it to now. We did see carbon fiber go flying. Whether or not Meadow lost anything is about to be learnt. Does Meadow go into the pits? Meadow looks to be getting away. So I think Meadow came out of that without any damage. Bots continues on, so he's not going to be too fussed about it. Zen comes out of the pits from the lead. Really beat his teammate here. There comes his teammate, Yayo. Yayo at the moment has got the lead, or does Zen? No, Zen's just behind him. So the two teammates now still on split strategies. We're thinking a double stop. So Yayo and Zen right now can help each other push through. Yeah, Bots though is running a very long stint on these soft tyres. I think he needs to come in and pit now. He's lost a lot of time. Meadows inherited third spot. He's 13 laps down on those tyres. And BP is fighting with Hawkes here for the lead. Hawkes will go into the pits and BP will go on. So BP wants to put a good lap in here. See if he can get the undercut to work. Meadow replies and comes in. Bots is in finally. And it means the two Mercedes drivers here, Yayo and Zen, should come back out in front of the lead of this race. Strategy working a treat for these two. But it's this man BP who leads us this lap on lap 15. Looks like the two Mercedes boys are swapping spots there as Zen gets in front of Yayo. Zen's got the quicker tyre, so he wants to get a hustle on. Epic at the moment on some new mediums. He's out in fourth right now. Lots of different strategies being played out tonight, which is very interesting. Here we go. Mike's got Angry on his tail. Looks like Mike's a little bit quicker through this section. Just needs to close that gap. He's not going to be within DRS though, as the gap is just over a second. Meadow though is very close to the back of the Haas. He's on some new mediums himself. Here we go. This could be a move from Meadow here in the McLaren. He's going to have DRS. And Angry's not going to be able to defend this one. Can he get it into one? He's already in front. It should be a given. And it is. Meadow gets the spot. Sixth place for Meadow. And his next target will be Mike in front. That's if Angry doesn't get an instant reply on him. Angry is on some older tyres, so he should be okay. This is Yayo and Hawkes. And Yayo and Hawkes, they're side by side as they come into five. Come into the S-bend section. Yayo is going to quickly run out of room. Hawkes has had to cut it in fine to the corner there through the S-bend. And they're still left and right of each other into 9. Hawkes is doing a fine job of battling here with Yayo. And Hawkes has done an absolute phenomenal job of holding that spot. Oh, here we go. Yayo chucks it up the inside traffic there as well. And he runs wide. This could give Hawkes the spot back. It does. Hawkes, he really won out there because of that Williams. I think that's Vasily. Another up the inside for Yayo. Does Hawkes do the under and over thing? He does. A better exit for Hawkes. He was slow in, but he was quick out. And that was all the difference through that corner. Yago's in front apparently. You can see that there it is. Yago's done it. Another battle going on behind as well. But it's Hawkes and Yago at the moment, so equally matched. DRS really helping each other switch and change position real erratically at the moment. Yeah, you have to change your harvesting and deployment settings. You can turn that off, but most Formula One diehards like to be able to do that themselves. Another reply from Hawkes. He's got the power down the straight. That DRS really doing its job. And he's well in front by 3, but he came in a little bit too quick. Oh no, Yayo and BP have been involved in a bit of an argy-bargy. And I don't know what kind of damage they've sustained. But BP's gone in front. Oh no, Yayo's hit the back of BP there. I don't think it was intentional. But with the loss of downforce from the crash before, I think he just misjudged what he could and couldn't do. And BP is dropping through the field. Oh, Meadow gets it all sideways. Things are getting really tense at the moment as we come to the halfway mark of this race. Mike is on the tail of Yayo, and I think he might get him around him here. He's going to try it around the outside. And he does. There could be an unscheduled stop for Yayo here. It is, not surprisingly. BP has continued. It looks like Yayo's going to need a new front wing or something here. Great camera angle. Yeah, it is a new wing for Yayo. Looks like that's an unchanged animation from last year. And he's gone on to some new tyres as well. Why not? So Yayo is going to drop all the way down. We've lost Mingman at some point. So the 2 Red Bulls are out. Damn you nasty. He's trying his best at the moment. He's just running really wide of track limits. But the best running Mercedes is Zen. And then it's Hawkes. We fought hard to get to that spot. And then it was Mike who was taking advantage of a situation between Yayo and BP. BP's down in 4th at the moment. Really to go for a pit stop. He doesn't seem to need it, so he doesn't look like he got too much damage. Meadows in 5th. And Bots was leading this race from the start. He's just gotten around Epic there. His next target, sorry, he got around Angry. His next target is Epic. Meadows in the pits this lap, so Meadow might have taken some damage. That might have been why we saw him spin around before. Why has Meadow put the inters on? Is there a chance of rain happening? Meadow is on the intermediate tyres. Was that an accident? Doesn't look like it's going to rain. Or does he know something we don't? Still looks quite dry out there. I think that might have been a mistake. We'll find out. Wait and see. BP, though, is really putting it to his teammate at the moment. 4 tenths between them. And then it's another battle here for 5th with Epic and Bots. Bots has really lost out today. He had pole position, forced into an error. And he's down in 6th at the moment. Now we've seen this, I think that's a bug. Where it looks like they skip a gear. We've seen that happen earlier today. Looks like Mike and BP are still fighting for it. He's very close though. There could be DRS on for him here. We're on lap 21. Don't forget, driver of the day, guys. Who do you think deserves driver of the day? You can vote at FNL1 eSports.com. The voting will be open right now. You've got till Sunday to pick your driver of the day, and it will be posted on the FNL1 eSports page. It does look like the surroundings are getting a bit grayer, but I think Meadow went a little bit too premature with the inters there. Still haven't seen water drop yet. And here's Bots and Epic. Oh, there's water. I can see it just starting to drop. We're going to have a wet end of this race, I think. Things aren't settled in yet. I think Bots is around Epic. He is. Do any of these guys? It's not wet enough yet. Epic did run wide at 10. I think Meadow heard that he was going to become a wet race, but I think he's gone on to them far too soon. And here are the 2 Toro Rosso boys. Captain Joey, what is cracking, my man? We've already done the qualifying queue. Oh, look at that. The water is absolutely pouring down. The one guy who is set for it is Meadow. Let's see if he can gain some spots. How quickly does the track slick up? Oh, Bots is getting around. Epic here. There could be some drama as the water starts to drop from the sky. The heavens have opened up here in round 3. We had a wet qualifying 2, a dry qualifying 3, and now it's going to be a wet end to this one. Epic and Bots are also playing with positions. This is the battle for 5th. Do any of them react to the wet weather? Looks like Bots. No, they're going to go around again. They're happy with the track conditions. Still got a long way to go. Oh, sorry, Captain. I did find out that you were a lady captain at sea. I do apologise for that. I think I just call everyone a man. I even call my girlfriend a man sometimes. So please don't be too offended by it. Well, Breedin's out, so Breedin's been caught up into some trouble. Mike has gone into the inters. But it's this battle which is going to be interesting. Will one of them slip up as the track is wetting? Epic can't get around Bots here. He needs to tiptoe around the track. BP has got a back marker with him. Hawkes has continued on. Zen's continued on. They could lose a lot of time here. This is the battle that's happening between Bots and Epic. Bots at the moment has one out. They're still happy with the track conditions. It doesn't look like it's too wet yet, but there is rain falling. They need to time this one perfectly here. Inters for BP. He's in, so he's got a new nose, and his teammate Mike is on inters as well. Meadow went very early. BP will come out. Will he beat his teammate here? He might. There was a yellow flag in all 3 sectors then. Yayo's gone full wets. Very interesting decision there from Yayo. Have the heavens really opened up that much that we need it? Angry's gone 22 laps on his mediums and he's coming in now. So, this is where things start to really change up. Zen's come in. Oh, he couldn't quite get the entrance to the pit lane. Here comes Hawkes as well. It's going to be a battle of the pit stops. BP's really going to win out at the moment. He's on the inters, and Epic's really losing out. Look at that. He's been beaten by the 2 Toro Rossos who went onto the inters a few laps before. Bots is going to be caught within no time. There is absolutely nothing the guys on slicks can do right now. It's like driving on ice. He's going to need to get into the entrance of the pit here, and he will. He's not going to go for it. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's lost the front wing section there as he tried to turn in. BP tried to get around him. It was just all in the wrong timing. But Mike and BP have really benefited from this wet weather. And our quick BP, look at that, very wide from both of them. But our leaders are on intermediates. The distance between them, 1.8 seconds. I was trying to let you know, Captain Joey. Oh, who's that? That's Zen. Zen has made a mistake into 4 where we saw Bots make it earlier. And he's lost the lead of this one. That is Epic coming out. Epic could beat Yago today. Remember, driver of the day, everyone. FNL1 eSports.com. Need your vote. Wet tyres for Epic. Full wets for Yayo. They think it's required. The leaders are on intermediates. Will the heavens continue to rain down? Bots is out there on intermediates as well. So he's down in 5th spot. BP and Mike are the 2 closest runners at the moment. Oh, a wide one for Mike. That could give BP the shot he needs to get around his teammate. I was trying to tell you earlier as well, Captain, that when I get into the new place, I will actually have a schedule, so you can set your calendar to when things will be happening. I'll be a lot more organised. Meadows being dropped. Lots of craziness happening here at the end. It's almost too hard to keep an eye on everything. Yayo's got the lead in front of Epic right now. So Yayo's recovered there. The wet weather doing its thing for him. BP at the moment just can't match the pace of Mike. Just a bit unfortunate. Epic, though, is super tight to the back end of this Mercedes. Needs to get a good exit here. He's going to have the DRS assist. And Yo-Yo's defending that inside line. He's found the gap, though. The Scuderia drivers put it in there. Braking. Oh, he's pulled it up. That was perfect timing. Now for the exit. Bit of a shorter run there for Yayo. But he's had to give up the spot to Epic there to get back onto the racing line proper. A demo garage planner. I've also been trying to think of a weird name that you know how YouTubers give their loyal subscribers a pet name or a group name. I haven't thought of one. Maybe one day I'll call everyone something. But Epic at the moment has outdriven Yayo into lap 10. We've still got 9 laps to go. And there is a battle going on here for 6th spot. And at the moment, Epic is doing the better job. Bots is 17 seconds up the road. BP has closed in the gap to his teammate Mike. And he's done it. Mike's run wide. And that's given BP the spot. So BP's moved up into the 3rd position. Zen has also fallen off the pace of Hawkes. Hawkes is absolutely loving this wet stuff. He's now down 3 seconds. What an absolute chaotic race. Just as chaotic, if not as unpredictable as the real Austrian Grand Prix. And don't forget, next Friday, same time, we'll have the Silverstone race. So double header coming up for you eSport lovers out there. Let's have a look, see if we can't see the times. At the moment, Zen's got the quickest lap. That happened when it was a dry track. 3 stops for Yayo, and he's down in 7th. So Angry's only done 1. So Angry's trying that one-stop strategy. But Hawks, Zen, and BP have all moved up since the start of this one. And look at that. Epic is absolutely running away with it now, growing that lead over Yayo. And it's Angry who's now catching up to Yayo here. It's 1 stop versus a 3 stop. And it's absolutely drenching out there. He's chucked it up the inside. The car, Haas gets it around, gets it done. Yayo loses 1 more spot. I'm not sure the full wets are required here. The Angry looks a lot quicker on these intermediates. So his next target's going to be Epic, who's only a second down the road. And look at the time he's gaining on him. But you'd think it just looks wet enough for full wets, but the guys, look at Angry. Angry's flying. One thing I need to ask people: do you use a Google Calendar, or do you use a Android, iOS calendar, or anything like that? Because I would like to help people do it like that. Or Angry, bit of opposite lock through 1. He's caught the car as it was rotating around him. He's absolutely pushing it though. And the gap at the front has grown to 4.7 seconds. Hawkes is flying away with this one. Vasily now is on the back end of Meadow. So Meadow's really lost a lot of positions tonight. Vasily here could get a move up on Meadow. And it looks like he does. The Williams driver gets another spot. That's 9th position. So we've lost Breed in as well. That happened a few laps earlier. They're a fair way down the track though. And got a long way to catch the next car, which is Yayo. Again, don't forget driver of the day. It's going to be a hard one to pick. A very hard one to pick. Voting's open now, but it'll be open at the end of the race as well if you want to stay here and watch. But don't forget to go vote. FNL1 eSports.com. Ooh, wide there. Who's that? That's either Mike. I think that was Mike. It was Mike. He was just getting unlapped there from Vasily. This rain has really chucked a spinner in the works tonight. Zen is struggling in these wet conditions. He's losing time every lap on Hawkes, who is our race leader. We're on lap 31 of 36. So we're coming very close to the end of this one, to the conclusion of this fantastic race. Round number 3 of the FNL1 F1 Championship. And at the moment, I think Zen's got the quickest lap. So Mike's decided to pit. Does he need a new nose? He does. Very expensive day for some of the teams. And Bots will move up into 4th. So Mike will come out. Angry will be chasing him now. This could be a close one. That's where Angry is. Gained a lot of time. Not going to be enough though. As Angry's coming up to turn 1 now. Ooh, gets the back end out, but got to be careful. Maybe it is getting a little bit too wet. Even Epic getting the rear end out there. Yayo can see his competitor just disappear into the haze in the distance. Oh, Epic's had some trouble up in 3. That is Hawkes. Hawkes has lapped these two guys down in 7th and 8th. So the lead has gotten through. That'll be why Epic gave room for Hawkes to get through there. So Hawkes is absolutely flying away with it. It won't be long before Zen catches up to these two. But full wets they decided full wets, both of them. I think it was a bit of an aggressive choice. Oh no, Yayo, he's overcooked it, and there goes his teammate. Yayo makes a mistake, he gets onto the curbing, and it's a little bit too slippery. Applies the power too quickly, and the back end just wants to continue going forward. He did a good job of correcting it though. So here goes Zen lapping Epic. Zen has actually dropped that gap now. What was that? Up to about 5 seconds. We're now looking at about just under 4. So is there enough time left in this race for Hawkes to catch up? Or get overtaken rather. And by the way, if you've been enjoying it tonight, please hit the like button, subscribe button, wherever you are, on Twitter, YouTube or Facebook. And don't miss another race, because at the moment I'm quite erratic and I don't really plan them. But like I said, once I'm in the new place, which should be happening in the next 2 weeks now, I'll be able to stream these things on a schedule. You'll be able to run your clock off me. I'll be that consistent. Probably not that. Not as good as a clock. But you'll be able to know roughly what days. BP's running 3rd. He's got a decent gap on Bots, who's down in 4th. This rain has really spread the field thin, and we've lost 4 drivers because of it, the 2 Red Bull boys. So no constructor points tonight. Yayo was up the front with Zen, but he had a bit of an issue coming into one of the corners. I think it was an incident with BP. BP got off the better end of that stick, and he's been running away with it now in third. But it's this guy, Hawkes, who's just been unstoppable in these wet conditions. And for the final time tonight, don't forget your driver of the day. Who was it for you? Let us know, and it'll be posted on the FNL1 Facebook page through the week. Oh, good, Captain. Aye, aye, ma'am. I'm guessing you sail a fair bit. I don't know if you sail or what it is you do on the sea, but I do miss being at sea, seeing as though I used to be in the Navy. I used to love the rock of the ship. Used to send me to sleep. Used to get the best sleeps in my rack at sea. Angry's gone into the pits. Has he got enough time? No, Epic could get a spot here. He does. Why has Angry decided to do that? Has he just run his tyres too long? The rain is absolutely bucketing down. Yago's got another spot as well. There's only a couple of laps to go. I think he needed a new wing though, and that's really hurt his end of his race. So Angry now in 8th spot. Anything can happen here at the end. Mike is also on full wets. So Mike changed as well. So it could be some tricky last laps here. As I say that, Bots goes drifting sideways through one. BP as well. They've got decent gaps on the guys behind them, but if it's that hard on the inters, they could lose a lot of time here. Nothing is certain. The gap has grown though from Hawkes and Zen. Zen he just looks like he's tiptoeing through there. Rain lights on. Hawkes has got traffic. He doesn't need to do anything over the top here. He gets through one okay. How does Zen navigate? Oh, Zen pushing it hard. And the car just slides off to the side of the track. Aquaplaning, I'd imagine. Here comes BP. Let's see how he takes turn 1, coming onto the last lap. He's just got it through. Oh, no. Who was that? Was that Angry? Angry has just binned it on 1. Tried a little bit too quickly. And the physics just said, nah, not happening. Vasily, turn 1. It is very wet. Meadows down the back of the grid at the moment. But it's this man who has led the majority of the race. And he's made the right calls when it's mattered. And he's going to take the win here tonight as he comes up to the start-finish line in a wet Austrian Grand Prix. That's a win for Hawkes. And then it's Zen who will take 2nd spot. He'll be happy with the recovery he had. BP is yet to come. He's a fair ways back, but he doesn't need to push it hard as he's got a nice buffer between him and Bots behind. He'll see that checkered flag waving and he'll be relieved to see the end of this wet one. There it is. Here's Bots. He's going to take 4th here today. He was the only car out there on track, the last of them, who wasn't lapped. Just got that chaotic today. Then it was Mike, Yayo, Epic, Vasily, Angry, and then it'll be Damn You and Meadow by the looks of things. Damn You will come around And he will take the checkered flag as well.
It's an epic down, and then that last corner when you just fucked it.
And we will hear from the drivers in the Discord chat.
Yeah.
Have a quick
One
interview.
corner.
Yeah, me too, bro. You and me
Take
were
it.
out in turn 1. I think you were on my
fucking
left.
car lagged. It looked like
You were on my left, weren't you?
No, I was on the right. It's
So much lag, and you just popped out of nowhere.
Two cars from
Going on,
each side.
James. Sorry, I was
Flew
so
off the
busy
fucking
watching that
inside
race,
with
guys.
a
I
fucking
didn't really
lag
watch
and
chat
straight
too
into the side of you.
well.
Hell.
There's your winner.
One day
Yeah,
my luck will
Hawks.
change in this game, man. Well done, Hawksy.
Yeah, well done,
Well
Hawks.
done, Hawks.
Good on you, boy.
Thanks, fellas. Gone.
Sorry, BP, I apologise, man. I lost it, and we sort of ran into the wall, and then I let you through to give you the position. And then you're like...
I had a bad feeling I tagged you, and I was thinking, oh shit, no, I didn't want that.
Yeah, I let you through to give you the position, and then it broke into the corner. I was like, oh, fuck, bang, I just smashed right up the back here.
Yeah, same with
Mate.
me
You
and
only
Ning.
won without a penalty.
It's like you almost followed him, but I was like,
silly,
okay,
yeah.
it's gonna get tight. And then, yeah,
Yeah, I apologise, man. I apologise.
that's all good.
You do?
I thought I did the wrong.
Bit of respect.
Yeah,
How good was that battle, bro, for those laps, man? Bro,
That was
that's
just
one of the craziest battles I've ever been in, man. So,
Right, that was good.
I hope you got that on the
Yeah, man, that was
on
bad.
the stream. Fuck. That's what it's all about, eh? I think we were side by side for 2 laps.
It was a good race.
That race was nuts.
Hawks, go to
That
the
race
interview,
was
bro.
just crazy.
Jump in for the interview, Hawks.
Oh yeah, Hawksy and...
So we'll just be interviewing Hawks, Zen, and BP if you want to hang around. But great race from everyone. Chaotic qualifying, chaotic race, unpredictable from start to finish. Let us know who your driver of the day was by going to FNL1 eSports. And as well, like, subscribe. This stuff. Thank you for watching. Let's do the interviews. Well, Hawks. A win in the wet.
Sorry, mate. What was that?
Was the Inters the right choice? Because a few went for the full wet.
Yeah, it was forecasted for heavy rain. It was definitely a couple laps from getting that if the race was any longer. But yeah, I think the Inters were the best tie at the end there, pretty much for the rest of the race. They they held up well.
And how much did your eyes light up when you saw Zen take it wide at 4?
Yeah, I was a bit shocked because I saw Bots. Me and Zen, I think, passed Bots very similar in the same corner, and yeah, I was very shocked when I saw Zen out there.
Oh, he's just dropped.
Well, as well, I had an extra time penalty on him as well, so I thought that was an opportunity to try and do something about it. But oh yeah, if someone goes right like that, you just gotta send it and hopefully you can hold on.
Yeah, man, you did well. Was there any other?
Thanks, dude.
Wait, did you see any of the? Did you see what happened at the start there between Aussie and I forget who else was involved? I don't know if you were that far back.
No, I think that happened a couple of spots behind me, but yeah, I heard something happened back there.
Yeah, I still don't know what happened myself. But I mean, great race, man, and
thanks, yeah. Yeah, I was good battle with Yayo too. We had like 2 or 3 up side by side as well, so that was intense. But yeah, just throughout the field, like I didn't do the best qualifying either, so for me, I know it was a great race.
Yeah, how much did the wet qualifying really help in when it was wet in the race? Because you sort of knew the breaking points, etc.
Yeah, sort of gave you a bit of an eyesight into it a little bit, and I just changed my downforce probably about a couple of hours just before the race, just to increase it a little bit. Just yeah, I wasn't too happy. It was a bit light, so I'm actually quite glad I increased the downforce. Definitely helped when that rain came. Yeah, I was just glad I make it. That's cool. Usually I make those decisions, I go the wrong way, so happy to have one go the right way for once.
That's all it takes sometimes is just making the call. Well,
yeah, that's it.
Great race, man. Congratulations. Got to be happy with that one.
Thanks, mate. Yep, I'm stoked.
Zen in second. You had the lead there for a while, man. What went wrong?
Well, we were running pretty low downforce. I felt the car was beautiful, dry, and the wet, not ideal.
So that was that explains why the gap between you and Hawkes just kept getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, I just couldn't that in the wet, without. Early on, I came off, missed the breaking point, and that was enough, and I really couldn't catch it up. Hawkes was good in the wet.
Take us through your qualifying. What happened with you in qualifying? Because you were down in the midfield, which is unlike we don't really see you down there.
The track was evolving. The guys that timed it really got the best out of the track. Really ramped up, probably in that last minute. And it didn't help that my mechanics put a used set of softs on either. Or that my last.
Oh, that wouldn't help. So it looks like you're going to need to go back and change some protocol within the team.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely going to change some protocol within the team. Toto.
So Mercedes do make mistakes. I didn't think that happened.
Yeah, would you believe it?
I know, a used set of softs. And you had a really good start too. Was that all down to your setup and just, I don't know, do you practice your starts?
Well, start was the best. But what happened was it's BP on my side. He got box Hawk. Drive the side hill. That was, like I said, the car was always feeling right. Stretching.
Well, I didn't get a lot of that. I think your mic's cutting in and out a fair bit. But
how's that?
That's a lot better.
Yeah, we just tried to stretch the stints out because we knew the rain was coming. So we didn't know exactly when, but we knew it was coming. So I pushed a little bit when I went in on the softs and pulled out a gap to Hawkes and Yayo and BP, and I thought that would have been enough. But then when the rain came, it changed everything.
Well, it was a good fight, man, and a good run up through the field as well. So you got to be pretty happy with the end result.
Oh, definitely, we'll take the podium and we'll move on to Silverstone next week.
Yes, double header. BP, third spot, podium.
Yes.
You must be loving the wet, man.
Well, it helps when you got a lot more wing than everyone else.
Yeah, I suppose it would. So I'm guessing you ran
I'm
a lot
hella
of
slow on the
downforce.
straights.
Sorry, I was just saying, I'm guessing you run a lot of downforce.
Well, yeah, I really struggle, in the practice I was trying to load downforce and I just couldn't get close to the times, and the only way I can keep up is to have high downforce, so I guess it's kind of lucky the wet came, but yeah, I was still, I'm wrapped with third, to be honest, from where I started.
Yeah, and we heard you talking to Yago about that. You had a little bump with him, I think coming out of 3 and into, I think he bumped you into 4. Is that?
Yeah, it was the hairpin up the top of the hill at the exit of it. Yeah, it was, we both apologised, it wasn't, certainly wasn't deliberate whatsoever. Yeah, it was just unfortunate timing, I guess. I think
the weather was coming, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I dealt with the damage there on the front wing for a little bit. I was comfortable with it. Then the wet came, and I had a little incident with bots, and I do apologise for that because I'm pretty sure he was trying to come into the pit lane.
Yeah, we did.
And I had a damaged wing for the entire last stint. But yeah, I'm still about to finish where I did from where I started.
Well, it was a chaotic race from start to finish. Yeah, but you did a really good job in the wet. And
Yeah, just more. Glad to get some points.
yeah, good. So got some good points. Well, thanks for talking to us, guys, and thanks for putting on such a show.
Thank you, all Josh. Good.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you, man. Thanks for streaming as well, buddy. Appreciate it.
Well, good. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, my name's Josh, guys, from Demo 1 Garage. You know that now. Thanks again if you've hit the like and subscribe button if you liked what you saw tonight. We will be doing the same thing, same time next Friday at Silverstone, so a week after the Grand Prix, the real Grand Prix happens. This one was delayed by a week because of the new F1 game, but it was definitely worth it. And like I said, a lot more to come here on the channel when I get into the new place because I can be a lot more organised. But thanks everyone that's come along and said hi and watched and everything that you do. Thanks for coming, guys. And I'm going to call it a night. So, good night. Hope you've enjoyed the race. And I'll see everybody next time.